a particle is sliding from the top edge of this inclined plane to the bottom, covering a height small h. Inclination of the inclined plane is given to be alpha, and in the second case we have dropped a particle from height h above the ground. Let us compare what will be the velocity of these two particles while falling through a same height from their respective heights in traveling over inclined plane or in falling directly under the gravity. You all must know the equation of kinematic, third equation, which is v square equal to u square plus twice as. If we talk about the case 1 where a particle is sliding downward, we know that down the incline acceleration of this particle is g sine alpha. Say it travels a distance s, then by taking these values of acceleration and distance, we can rewrite this equation for case first as v square equal to 0 plus 2 times acceleration is g sine alpha and displacement is s on the inclined plane. If we talk about the angle sine alpha, here this angle sine alpha can be written as height dropped upon distance traveled on the incline, means h upon s into s. So we get that velocity v of the particle at the bottom of the incline becomes under root of 2gh. If we talk about the case 2, then we can apply the same situation for the equation v square equal to u square plus twice as. For the particle dropping under the gravity, we can take this s to be equal to h and acceleration a to be g. Initial velocity in this case also is 0, so by putting these values in equation of kinematic, v square equal to u square plus twice as, we get v square equal to 0 plus 2 times acceleration due to gravity into displacement, which is h. So we got v is equal to under root of 2gh, which is again the same result as we have achieved for the inclined plane. So we can say that while sliding over a smooth incline or in directly falling downward, particle achieves same final velocity if their initial heights were same. In the next case, we are analyzing time taken to slide down or to fall from height h in the two cases which we have discussed in case of velocity. Again, I am taking the same case, case 1, in which a particle is sliding down an incline from height h, where angle of inclination of inclined plane is alpha. And in the second case, we are dropping a particle from the same height h. Say the complete length of the inclined plane is s. We can write here sine alpha to be h upon s. If we consider the particle sliding down the inclined plane, then using the second equation of kinematics, which is given as s equal to ut plus half at square, here in this case we can put acceleration of the particle to be g sine alpha, which is along the incline. Initial velocity of the particle is 0, and the displacement traveled by the particle till reaching the ground is s. If we use these values in this equation, then we get s equal to 0 plus half g sine alpha into t square. By this equation we achieve t equal to under root of twice s upon g sine alpha. Here s can be written as h upon sine alpha. So this equation now modifies to 2 times h upon g sine square alpha, or t is equal to 1 upon sine alpha under root of twice h upon g. This was the case 1. Now if we talk about the case 2, in which particle is just falling down under the gravity. In this case, by using the same equation, s equal to ut plus half at square, we can write displacement s to be h, initial velocity u to be 0, and acceleration to be g, vertically downward. We can rewrite this equation as h equal to 0 plus half gt square. So time taken to fall distance h in directly in gravity, we get time t is equal to be 2 times h upon g. You can see here the time taken t is just root 2h by g, which is different from the result which we have got for the inclined plane. We can relate these two relations. Time taken to slide down the inclined plane is, say, it is ti, and the time taken to fall under gravity is, say, t. Then we can say that t upon ti is equal to sine alpha. Means time taken to slide down the inclined plane is more than time taken by the particle to fall from the same height directly under the gravity.